If you often have back pain, the first thing you need to do is fight against a sedentary lifestyle. And it's true that you probably work sitting in a chair for many hours. That's why I created this video for you, which contains a whole routine that will help you mobilize and activate your back muscles to reduce that pain. The best part is that I invite you to try them and do the ones that work best for you. Just by adding 2 or 3 movements during your work, the pain will completely disappear. Let's leave this here and let's get started before we begin. Don't let that be an obstacle to doing the exercises. Let's start working on the hip, which is closely connected to the lower back. In fact, lower back pain often comes from immobility, the lack of mobility in the hip area. And that's why we're going to work on 2 things, external rotation and internal rotation. It's extremely simple. For the first exercise, look, I'm going to place my ankle on my right thigh from here. I want you to sit up very straight, lifting your chest as high as you can. At no point do I want your back to be completely hunched over. And next, keeping your chest lifted up, we're going to use your hip hinges and bring your chest toward your right knee. As you do this, you'll start to feel tightness in your left glute. If you don't feel it, you can lean in a little more. The important thing is to reach a point where you feel some tightness in your glute. Once you're there, we're going to count to 15 seconds, 2, 3, chest up, 4. Look at the side of the bed. I'm hunched over. 5, 6, as if I had a little string pulling me upward. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. We return to the starting position. And next, I turn my torso toward my left knee. And what I'm going to do now is bring it toward that knee. If before I was bringing it toward my right leg, now I bring it toward my left knee with the same principle. I don't want you to round your back, but to keep it very, very straight. We hold the position 1, 2, 3, tension again at the level of the left buttock, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. What should we make it harder? Basically, we can slide that leg a little more inward, and here the sensations will be more intense. Whether we go toward the right leg or toward the left knee, and we're going to do it on the other side so you can check it out. We uncross slowly and cross again, now the right leg. Instead of resting the ankle, I'm going to bring it a little more inward. It stays at the level of the middle part of my shin. I grow upward as much as possible, standing up straight, and from here I lean forward toward my left knee. And here I feel much more intensity than the way we did it a few moments ago. Try and stick with the one that gives you the most relief. And we hold. 15 seconds. 3, 4, 5, upright. 6, I don't want any rounding. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. I slowly return upright to the starting position, turn my chest slightly, and move it toward the right knee. The sensations are different. There's more tightness on the outer side of the buttock. 2, 3, again, 15 seconds, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. I slowly return to the starting position, using my hands to help place that leg on the floor. Some of you may feel pain in your knees when doing this exercise, in which case I encourage you to cross your leg a little more to protect that knee. If it causes pain, don't do it. We've done external hip rotation. Now I want you to sit right on the edge of the chair because we're going to work on internal rotation. I want you to spread your feet a little wider than usual. Notice how my heels are wider apart than my shoulders. And from here, we're going to focus on our right leg. Bring your knee inward and use your hand to guide it as far in as possible. We return to the start and repeat on the other side. It will create odd sensations, won't be as pleasant as our last exercise, and may cause some pinching. Here, you might feel a little discomfort, but as long as it's mild, you shouldn't worry. Let's go inward, push a little too. It's a movement that seems very limited, but when you push a little, it feels like it goes further inward and you can reach much farther. 3. Rotations, as I said, are extremely important for your lower back, and losing them eventually ends up causing pain in the area. That's 4. Come on, I turn my knee inward. I can even rotate my body a little to the same side to increase the range of motion. Very good. 5, we're going to do 10, 24, 9 in total. We've done 6 on each side. I push a little with my hand, just a little, don't overdo it. The goal is simply to guide. 7 internal rotation. 8. Perfect. Last 2. 9. After these 2 techniques, I'm sure the sensations are already very different. There is more release in the hips and, as a result, in the lumbar area. Now we'll do another hip opening, but from a different perspective. I want you to spread your legs again as much as you can, as much as your pants allow, and keep them wide open with your toes pointing outward. Next, I want you to take your hands and slowly lean forward until they touch the floor. In this position, you should already feel some tightness in the inner part of your thighs. If you're scared or it's difficult for you, you can place 1 or 2 books to raise the position of your hands and make the exercise easier. The goal is to find a spot with some tightness but not intense pain. I'm returning to the position. You can rest your palms or fingers in any comfortable position. Next, we'll mobilize the spine. Pay close attention, as it's a very precise movement. Push your chest out as much as you can and look straight ahead. This will cause movement at the pelvis and create more tightness in the groin area. Now do the opposite. Tuck your head, look at the stool and relax. Next, lift your head, look straight ahead, hold for a few seconds, then look at the stool again. Just the movement of the head already induces some movement in the pelvis, which creates that feeling of openness. At the level of the groin. If you don't feel anything, go lower and put your hands on the floor. There's already a lot of tension here, so I prefer to place my fingers. Let me know if you feel it too. You can also, as I said, place a couple of books. Rest on those books, which makes the exercise much easier. I look forward, I look at stool 3, come on, let's do 10 forward, 3 stool 4, I prefer it without it. I look forward and at the stool. Mobility of the lumbar area, pelvis and dorsal area. Very good. Let's keep going. 7, last 3, up. Down, 2 up. Down, 1 last repetition. That's below 0. Perfect for going up. Place one hand calmly at the level of your knee and the other on the other side to breathe and get into an upright position. If it's already been too intense, remember that you can add more books to that stack to make it a little easier. Let's take this away so it won't be visible. Next, we'll do one of the most important spine exercises, flexion and extension. I'm going to demonstrate it here so you can see how it's done. If I'm sitting here and this is my pelvis and my spine, if I do a flexion, my spine does this, I lean forward. If I do an extension, which is leaning back, my spine does the opposite and I lean back. So basically we're going to isolate a movement in the pelvis that allows us to do a flexion and extension movement in the lumbar area. Extremely pleasant, and for me, it's a fundamental piece for maintaining good lumbar health. Whatever your condition is, whatever your situation is, I want you to pay attention to this because it's extremely important. Focus on your belly button. Your belly button is the key that will allow you to move freely. At the level of your lower back, it's the best reference. I want you to move your belly button forward. When you do this, let me tuck this in a bit here so you can see it clearly. It creates an extension movement. Look, I'll put my hand here so you can see it well. I move my belly button forward, my spine extends, my buttocks go back, and here my spine arches. That's called extension. Next, I focus on my belly button, pull it inward, and look at what happens. There's the flexion of the spine. I push my belly button forward. There's an extension. I pull my belly button back, and there's a flexion. You see it rounded, then forward arched. Do you see the secret? If you master your belly button's movement, you can perfect it completely. One last explanation. My belly button forward, extension. My belly button back. Let's see if I can flex it. Flexion. We'll combine this with breathing, as it's very powerful. Pay close attention. Again, I invite you to place your hands here to focus on your belly button. We inhale and push that belly button forward. I'm showing you with my hand, not asking you to follow. I exhale. And I round out. How powerful. Just by doing this 20 times in your office, I assure you your back will thank you. And I release very rounded. 2. 3. I could do this exercise all day. 4. Let's do 10 together. 5. 6. 7. 8. Forward. Backward. 9. And 10 incredible sensations. It's like a gust of fresh air has reached my lower back. It brings new blood movement and therefore more well-being. There are some of you who will feel pain when you move your navel forward and there's some discomfort. Or the other way around, you move it back and there's some discomfort. If the discomfort is mild, it's okay. Most likely doing it 3 or 4 times will relieve it. If discomfort is intense, avoid reaching that level of pain. Even if it's a very small movement, even if you just do it like this and it's barely noticeable, it's still a movement and it's already benefiting your back. Don't think that by doing the exercise smaller or simpler, you're doing it wrong, okay? Make sure that's very, very clear to you. We'll move on to a more complex movement. I'll explain it and stand up. What we're looking for is lateral flexion at the level of the spine. Basically, we're going to lift one buttock and then the other off the chair to work on deep abdominal contraction and spinal control. It's more difficult, but I encourage you to do it because I assure you there will be great relief in your lower back. I'll turn my back more so you can see. Focus here and here. The contact of my buttocks with the chair is essential, and your feet must always be in contact with the floor. That's non-negotiable. We put our hands by our knees. Watch, my left buttock lifts. See if I can pass my hand through. My spine laterally flexes, so I support myself and move to the other side. The right one lifts up, the left one lifts up. The right one lifts up twice. Here, we tend to do this with the ankle, to lift the leg. I want you to avoid all of that. Okay, the soles of your feet should always be in contact with the floor. There are 3, and some sides are harder than others. For me, the right side is tougher. That's normal, so don't worry. Just move within your abilities. 4, left buttock. Right buttock. 5. Also, avoid hunching and maintain an upright posture during the exercise. And left, right, 6, left. Right buttock, 7, left, right, 8. We have 2 left. Right, 9, left, right, and 10. Also keep in mind that we're not swaying completely. If you look at my back, it's like a block or stick from my buttocks to my neck. I want you to articulate. Watch closely as lateral flexion occurs. Notice how my right shoulder moves toward my left cheek. Notice how my left shoulder moves closer to my left hip, and then my right shoulder moves closer to my right hip. Do you see it? You can observe how it happens. In fact, that movement of bending to one side and then to the other is more than just lifting your buttock. Very good. In any case, if you didn't get it, I invite you to keep going because it's a very, very good exercise. We have worked at the hip level, at the lumbar level. Now we're going to go a little higher and work here at the dorsal area. For that, a rotation is the best thing, which is the most limited if we spend all day sitting in front of a desk. For that, we're going to do 2 things. First, bring your legs together to about shoulder width, maybe a little less. Second, place your arms on your legs. And, well, third, we're also going to place the hand at the back of the neck. What am I going to do? Touch my right hand with my left elbow, then raise it as high as possible, very high, and return to the starting position. A pleasant rotational sensation in the lower back and stretching in the chest. Each of you will reach where you can. I don't have much rotation. Maybe you can go further than I can. The important thing is that everyone works within their own range. Okay, 2, touch down, come up. This hand anchors the legs. Otherwise, we'd fall backward, which I want to avoid. I want it anchored so the movement occurs at the spine. When you feel you've hit your limit, push a bit further. That final movement at your joint's end range is where the real benefit lies. We touch 3 times, okay? We touch 4 times. We touch 5 times. We touch 6 times. 4. 7, 4. 8. 9. One more, I touch down. And 10. Impressive work. We repeat on the other side, elbow well supported at the level of the leg, hand on the back of the neck. I touch with my elbow, I go up, very good. I take the opportunity to exhale as I go up. It's fine if you hunch over more here, I land. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 'Rebocho, I breathe, close my eyes, feel good, and move my shoulders in circles. You've really earned it. Rotation work. You can already feel different things in your spine, right? We'll now do a simple exercise for arms and the dorsal area. Again, I invite you to sit up straight, to lift your back off your chair. We place our hands at the back of the neck, bring the elbows together in front, and then open them as much as possible behind, closing your eyes and showing your teeth to work those muscles. That's it. Touch in front and go back. That's it. Squeeze. 2. Touch in front, go back strongly. 3. Touch in front and close tightly behind. 4. That activation of the dorsal muscles, which are always asleep. 5. Rigid, immobile. 6. 7, 3, last 3. 8. 9. We can also do breathing exercises. Inhale here, exhale. One more. Very good, impressive work. We only have 2 more complementary exercises left for the dorsal area. One that I really like, which is stretching the hamstring muscles that are located between the knee and the pelvis. As you can see, they are always shortened throughout the day, so it's not a bad idea to spend a few minutes stretching them. For this, I invite you to sit very close to the edge of the chair, fully extend your leg, and bring your toes toward you to add more tension. The secret is in the pelvis and back. I won't do it this way just to reach farther, right? I want you to lift your chest, use your hip hinge, and lower yourself gradually. Look, I can already feel the tension here. If I bend like this, I can reach far, but the goal is to do it correctly, not just reach far. Okay, hip hinge, chest out, extend, little by little, little by little, little by little, and stop there. And once I'm there, I just hold for 15 seconds. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Tightness, we're going to feel it behind the leg, even in the calf, with the knee very straight. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Slowly, 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 I return to the starting position, bend this one, stretch the other, slide over my leg, chest up very high. Okay, down, 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 and here I already feel tightness. You don't need to lean forward too much, right? We've done this before with lower back mobility, and now I hold the position and feel the tightness. Here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 9, 10. 12, I go a little bit lower, 14 and 15. I relax, recover my leg, return to the center of the camera, and breathe. One last simple exercise, final breathing. To activate the vagus nerve, we're going to place the vagus nerve, which is very lazy. We're going to place our hands here, at the level of the abdomen. I want you to close your eyes, breathe in through your nose, and try to breathe so that your belly fills up. Fill this belly with air as much as possible, no matter how far it goes. And then we exhale and pull the belly button in as deep as you can. During exhalation, I inhale and my belly inflates, then exhale air. I pull in my belly button. Can you say this is the same as before? It's unrelated here. My position is fixed, my spine doesn't move, it's the diaphragm that's working down here. We take a breath. We close our eyes and exhale like blowing out a candle. Through your mouth. We've done 3, we'll do 6, then breathe. We exhale. You can also do it sitting or lying on your back. Five. And 6. Impressive. Very good. With this, we've reached the end of this routine. I hope you can share it with all those colleagues who spend all day sitting and have back pain. And of course, I hope you come back to my channel to watch any of my other videos. Bye, friends.